set to get us started. It's two AFC powerhouses, the Chiefs and Ravens, underway in Baltimore. Taking in at the 3.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, he's going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal and you throw the pick, not good at all.
They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. He's got it to the 43 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Jackson from the shotgun. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson.
That would complete to Prochet. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Again, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. First and goal from the 6.
Jackson. And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Tucker able to connect to the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
No hesitations, they go right back to Kelce. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, the tight end Kelce has it over the middle. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
There he goes left side. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
That's one thing to get the interception. It was a great play, but then you saw how quickly all of his teammates, Charles, turned to find blocks, made sure they had space for him to make the house call.
And not only did they turn and find the blocks, none of them clicked on the line. Someone that this play is going to stay. And that's what we see each and every week now. When the defenders make a big play, there's always a group celebration after the takeaway.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Throwing is Mahomes on third. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. Mahomes now on first down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And again, it's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, that end with a turnover, multiple times they've picked them up already in this opening half.
You don't want to go back to that on first play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Jackson's throw brought in here by Bateman. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman. 66 yards. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer.
And now here's another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board. Not playing well defensively. Deflated. And now, things may have changed for them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
53 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Right back to him on first down.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down. He was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Slot man moves right. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey.
They'll get it inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. He will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
A give for Edwards running right, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That's to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's a give to Dobbins.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
Jackson going to look to run with it.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jackson from the shotgun. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And at this stage, in the fourth, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Valdes-Scantling, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Spins by. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
from the gun. Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end.
Jackson fighting his tight end Andrews for the Ravens, first down.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Again, Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple. They go with Edwards left side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now it's Jackson.
That's into the hands of Prochet. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. Now Jackson rolling to his left.
That one complete to Prochet.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Jackson to throw.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. He's got the first down and more than that. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
Second and 11 now.
Running left is Edwards. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
That's caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's 2 points and also a 2-score advantage as the lead swells to 9. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's Mahomes.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Mahomes, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters.
Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it's
Take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to end up incomplete. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory.
Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.